Hey everyone, welcome back to ChainLearn. Today we're digging into one of the most talked about protocols in crypto right now, EigenLayer. If you're new to crypto, no worries. I'll walk you through it step by step. By the end of this video, you'll understand what EigenLayer is, how it works, its history and funding, major partnerships and milestones, how it compares against competitors, why it matters, and also what to watch out for. So grab a coffee and let's jump right in. Let's start with the basics. What is EigenLayer? In simple terms, it's a protocol built on top of Ethereum. Its key innovation is something called restaking. Normally, when you stake your ETH, you lock it up to help secure Ethereum. You earn a reward, but your ETH basically does one job. EigenLayer introduces the idea that you can reuse that staked ETH to also secure other networks, services, or modules. That's restaking. Imagine you've already parked your car safely in a garage. It's earning you something. Now imagine that same parked car can also deliver packages or drive for a rideshare service while parked, earning additional income without you moving it. That's what EigenLayer allows your staked ETH to do. By enabling restaking, EigenLayer becomes a bridge between stakers, who provide capital security, and additional services, which need security. On one side, you've got validators and stakers who want yield. On the other side, you've got protocols that require security and trust. EigenLayer connects them. So in short, if you stake ETH, you're securing Ethereum. With EigenLayer, you can do more with it. Secure other stuff, earn more reward, while leveraging the underlying trust of Ethereum. Pretty powerful idea. Let's go through a simplified step-by-step flow of how a user or staker would interact with EigenLayer. You stake ETH, or hold liquid staked ETH tokens like STETH on Ethereum and earn normal staking rewards. You opt into EigenLayer's restaking system. That means you allow your staked ETH, or LST, to be delegated to one or more operators within EigenLayer's protocol. Those operators perform validation or support actively validated services, AVSs, such as data availability layers, Oracle networks, sidechains, bridges, etc. In return, you earn additional rewards on top of your base staking reward. Because your stake is now securing multiple layers, there is additional risk, e.g. slashing, but also additional return. Over time, different assets may be restaked, including maybe some ERC20 tokens under newer protocol updates, and the list of AVSs grows. Unstaking or exiting may introduce extra steps, unbonding periods, or proof costs in the native restaking path, so you'll need to be aware of operational overhead. When the protocol launched Mainnet Stage 1 in June 2023, then Stage 3 in April 2024 with AVS support that opened up more of the ecosystem and restaking flows were enabled in full. The result, stakers can now earn from multiple sources, base staking reward plus restaking reward from AVS plus potential token incentives. It's a layered yield model. Now let's talk about who's behind this and how much backing it has. EigenLayer was founded in 2021 by Sriram Kannan, a researcher and engineer, through the company Eigen Labs. Since its launch, it has raised multiple funding rounds. In 2022, it secured about $14.5 million in seed funding. In 2023, a Series A round of around $50 million. In 2024, a large private raise of around $100 million from prominent backers, including A16's Crypto. All of this indicates strong confidence from major investors in the project's potential. Now let's talk numbers. According to DeFi EigenLayer's total value locked, TVL, is around $15.87 billion, with about $15.58 billion on Ethereum chain. In early 2024, its TVL was near $7 billion and showing rapid growth, e.g., 307% growth in 1 month without cap. By late 2024, there were 6,250,000 ETH locked in restaking, equivalent to about $19.3 billion, when native ETH made up about 184% of the restaked assets. Let's now compare EigenLayer with some of its main competitors. This helps you see its relative strengths and trade-offs. One major competitor is Symbiotic. Symbiotic focuses on restaking too, but its approach differs. It supports a broader range of collateral assets beyond ETH, many ERC20 tokens. It emphasizes modular architecture and flexibility. It has built-in slashing and governance exposure from early on. Symbiotic achieved over $1 billion in deposits in under a month after one of its launches. Another competitor is Karak, which focuses more on user-friendliness and accessibility rather than just scale. So how does EigenLayer differ? It was first mover in large-scale restaking in the Ethereum ecosystem, giving it the highest TVL, 10-15 billion plus, at present. It focuses strongly on ETH and liquid staked ETH rather than many asset types, which can simplify risk and design. It has already built a broad ecosystem of AVSs and integration. Trade-offs. Because it holds so much capital and is so large, it carries systemic risk. If a large operator fails, it could ripple widely. The narrower asset focus, ETH plus LSTs, means less diversification of collateral compared to competitors. It faces decentralization concerns. A small number of entities control a large portion of restaked assets. For a new user, if you want to join a large restaking ecosystem with deep integration and largest footprint, EigenLayer is a strong choice. But if you want more flexibility, many assets, smaller risk footprint, you might look at alternatives. Why should you care about EigenLayer? For a user, developer, or ecosystem participant, here's what's in it. For stakers, you get to reuse your staked ETH to generate additional yield. Your capital works harder. For protocols, you don't need to build your own massive validator or security network. You can plug into EigenLayer and access pooled security. For Ethereum ecosystem, it means better capital efficiency, more innovation, faster rollout of services, rollups, data layers, oracles, and stronger security base. For the whole crypto world, it could be a model for how modular infrastructure and shared security become the norm, not the exception. If you're new to staking in crypto, this means that your ETH or tokens don't have to be idle. They can power more chains, more services, but you must do it with awareness of risk. It also means more avenues for earning if you participate early, delegate well, choose operators carefully. And as protocols build on EigenLayer, you may see new opportunities to engage: staking, delegation, participation in AVSs, token incentives, ecosystem growth. Of course, no protocol is without risk, especially something as infrastructure-heavy as EigenLayer. Here's what you should watch. Smart contract risk. Because you're opting into additional contracts and systems, there's more surface for bugs, hacks, or exploits. Operator risk. When you restake, you delegate to an operator. If the operator misbehaves or the AVS fails, your staked ETH could be slashed, partially or fully. Liquidity, Chalk's unbonding risk. Restaked ETH often has extra lockups or exit conditions. For instance, with EigenLayer, there may be added withdrawal proofing or delay costs. Concentration, centralization risk. A few operators or entities controlling large portions of restaked assets can reduce decentralization and increase systemic vulnerability. Yield sustainability risk. High yields are attractive but may not be fully sustainable if the ecosystem doesn't deliver long-term value. Regulatory, unknown risk. As staking and restaking become bigger, regulatory scrutiny may increase, and novel infrastructure always carries unforeseen risks. So for anyone considering restaking, do your homework. Understand the operator you pick, understand the AVS you support, start small, and don't treat it like a risk-free bonus. All right. To wrap up, EigenLayer is one of the most ambitious and important projects in the Ethereum ecosystem today. It enables stakers to reuse their ETH through restaking, lets protocols access pooled security, and helps build a stronger and more efficient blockchain infrastructure. With billions locked in TVL, strong funding, major adoption, and an expanding ecosystem of AVSs and services, it's not just another DeFi protocol, it's infrastructure. But with that scale comes complexity and risk. Smart contracts, operator risk, unbonding, lockup terms, centralization concerns, all of these matter. If you're a new participant in crypto or staking and you want to explore restaking, take your time, read the docs, choose good operators, understand the lockups, and treat this as part of a long-term strategy. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to ChainLearn, and leave a comment with any questions you have about EigenLayer or restaking. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next video.